What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. So in today's video, I did want to go over some pretty exciting news. Honestly, to me, I was really surprised this was even going to happen, and I guess in some ways I'm even kind of shocked, but Need for Speed Unbound is getting a second year of live service content, something I was honestly not expecting whatsoever. Like, we do know back on Need for Speed Heat, that game was kind of in like a dark place, or like, they pretty much just stopped doing content on the game altogether, and I really do feel like Heat had a lot of potential, but here we are fast forwarding back into 2024, and now Need for Speed Unbound is getting a full second year of live service content. Honestly, pretty insane. On top of that, we also have like the season 3 of Motorfest coming, and apparently more information soon is also coming on test drive. So I would say in a lot of ways it's pretty dang exciting in the racing game world. But nonetheless, though, I did want to go over this entire blog post here on Need for Speed Unbound to pretty much shed some light on this and actually go over a few things here. So insanely enough, though, we are coming up to the 30-year anniversary of Need for Speed in general. One thing I did not even know, by the way, the first Need for Speed game, probably because I was not even alive, was in 1994. I believe it was called, like, The Need for Speed. I honestly never played it. Might have to go back and try to find that somewhere, maybe on a PC. Obviously, you're not going to find that on a PS5 or something. But nonetheless, though, looking at this right now, guys, I do want to start off on this right here. So first thing here, our vision is that through our second year of live service, you can, for the first time, begin to play the ultimate Need for Speed experience in one place. Your feedback and gameplay will help shape the future of this iconic franchise. As you play, we will be listening, observing, and reacting to the things you want to see and those you don't. It's an approach we are calling Kaizen. I know I probably did not say that right. Kaizen is a Japanese term that means change for the better or continuous improvement. We feel this really encapsulates what we want to do with Need for Speed, and we want to make you, our players and fans, a key part of it too. So how are we actually doing this? I am also going to show a picture on the screen right now that's going to be the Year 2 roadmap. First thing you guys are going to see is the head-to-head with Audi. That's going to be February to April. The second one is going to be Drift and Drag, inspired by Need for Speed Underground. I can't wait for that. Then after that, guys, Cops vs. Racers, inspired by Need for Speed Hot Pursuit. My goodness, I can't wait to see what they do with it. The final one, though, is going to be a bunch of question marks. We'll obviously know more on that later on. And then moving over to the left bottom part of the picture, one new major game mode and or feature, two new fully customizable vehicles. I can't wait to see what they add there. And then the other one is going to be a speed pass, which honestly would make sense as long as you know it's probably going to be done in the right way. After that, guys, we're also going to have new events, weekly PvP playlists. I can't wait to see that. Challenges, free drive updates, progression updates, and more. So far, I'd honestly say this is sounding pretty awesome. The other thing they're also going to be doing is fixing bug issues and quality of life improvements. I would say right now it's definitely going in the right direction for the future of Need for Speed Unbound. But moving over to the next part, though, evolving volumes. We are committing to adding 4 new volumes of content in the next year, each launching every few months. We aim to deliver some exciting themed updates, which at least one new major mode added every volume. That sounds pretty exciting. We will also continue to build on and evolve with each time, adding more events, more challenges, new content, ranks to earn, and new progression to chase. We will deliver at least 2 new fully customizable cars as part of the new Speed Pass, and when we say cars, we mean in the Need for Speed sense. Like no one else creates, we aren't just talking about base models here with like stock paint. We are talking about fully customizable body kits and interchangeable parts that you can tweak your ride just the way you want it. And you know what's kind of crazy about this though is I really am excited to see what they actually do with Need for Speed because I feel like Unbound did have potential. We do know sometimes games end up getting like thrown out or like, maybe they're like, you know what, maybe it doesn't have potential, we'll end up scrapping it. Something like this most likely did happen with Need for Speed Heat. Very unfortunate because that game also had a very bright future. That is, of course, if they actually kept updating it, which they did not, obviously. But I really do feel like having more racing games getting better updates and most likely actually improving is going to make the entire genre that much better. Moving over to the next part, guys, most requested bug fixes and improvements. We really want to be fixing and focusing on the things that you all care about the most, like adding realistic driving effects last December. But as a small team, we need to prioritize where we spend our time. I'm actually going to touch on that small sentence in a different video, and we'll focus on what we feel is best for all of you. Every improvement we try to make is a trade-off between something new and something different. So we'll be closely monitoring your comments and feedback and coming to you with regular communications about what we are learning along the way. Like, not even gonna lie, guys, if this is even remotely accurate, this is going to be amazing. The reason why I say that is we can all definitely agree right now that's probably one of the biggest issues in gaming. I even thought about making a separate video about this, like, not even kidding. We do obviously need these developers and, like, to actually talk to the player base, see what's going on, see what's... And the insane part is that would not only be helping the games out a lot, but that would also actually fix some of the main issues and actually get games in the right direction. I hate to say this right now, guys, but I do feel like Motorfest is suffering from this. They also don't really have, like, a great way to communicate, and, like, a lot of people are actually, like, voicing their frustrations. But things do actually seem to be taking some time to get it done. Hopefully that is most likely going to be changing in the near future, but I guess only time is going to tell on this. Moving over to the next thing, Premium Speed Pass. Starting with Volume 6, we're introducing an all-new premium track to the Speed Pass that will grant you instant access to one of our hot new vehicles, and unlock the ability to earn all of its deep customization content. It also includes custom versions of the vehicle, and it's where you can find our hottest new customization options each season. Refining our Speed Pass this way is how we can keep delivering unique new content and gameplay through you through like a more simplified approach. If that's not your thing though, we will still have like a free track in the Speed Pass with new vehicles and customizations for you that you can enjoy. I would actually say it's probably going to be similar to like a regular motor pass that was in the Crew 2, or something like a battle pass in like Apex or even Fortnite. So hopefully they actually take a different approach to it, and like, it's not going to be tied behind certain weird things or stuff like that. But I guess we're obviously going to know more probably by next week. And then for the final part of the blog post here, it's going to be always be learning. We see this as a year to test and learn and understand what works best for you. Committing to an extended Unbound live service allows us to really build on feedback, which we will be gathering in a few ways. We are working closely with a dedicated player council, a great bunch of NFS influencers, core community members, and players to understand what's important to them and their communities. We will be increasing the amount of telemetry we track from the games to better understand through gameplay data what's working for you, and we'll also look close to the feedback loop by being as transparent as possible with you, letting you know what we've heard and what we can and can't do. I'm not even going to lie here. I am honestly actually pretty excited to see what they do end up bringing us for Need for Speed Unbound. Like, I do know this game probably had a pretty rocky start, which, let's be honest, most games probably have rocky starts nowadays, which is unfortunate. But for me, though, one very important thing is easily going to come down to the feedback part of this. Like, a lot of players actually want to talk to developers and even actually discuss things that could be fixed, or like even minor bugs that they can look into a bit quicker. We do know some games have bugs and stuff in them that legit take like 4 or 5 months to fix. Now, I don't know if that's going to come down to like the coding with that, because I know it's probably insanely complicated. But man, though, I really can't help but think about how much this would actually help games in general, having more communication. I really do hope Need for Speed Unbound sets like a different part of this. That would be incredible. Also, guys, I do want to mention, expect a lot more Need for Speed Unbound videos. I am going to be going over the update next week and the new vehicles. And on top of that, though, I'm also most likely going to do a video on the new Speed Pass. I'm not going to lie, I'm pretty dang excited to see how they actually did it. But besides all that, though, guys, I would like to know what you think about the Year 2 roadmap that's coming out for Need for Speed Unbound. I would almost guarantee most people are probably going to jump back in and check some of this stuff out.